Good morning. Good morning to everyone. I actually ran out and got a hot drink and some egg bites because I need to get some real food in me early this morning. I have an 11 o'clock appointment. Um, and so I'm actually headed home. It's a virtual appointment, so I think I'm going to do it from home. But I wanted to jump on. I was sharing this with a coaching client the other day, and she said, I've never heard you talk about this on your platform. I've never heard you talk about this on your YouTube channel. So I want you, good morning. Yes, it's happy Friday, but y'all need to know that as a business owner, I technically work 7 days a week. So Friday is not the end of my week. That's why when people say happy Friday, I'm like, because I technically have to be involved in my business in some way, shape, or form, like 7 days a week. But the good news is I love my business. I love what I do. But happy Friday. I will say this live. So this is something that I usually teach my coaching clients, but I am going to talk about it today. I don't know why I haven't talked about, well, I kind of have. I've talked about this before, but I haven't talked about it in this depth. I'm going to break it down in this depth in this live. So the four types of men, ladies, that you need to be aware of. And there are actually more than these four, but these are the main four that you're going to interact with if you're out here dating or looking for a relationship. These are the four men that you're going to come across, but there are actually more than four. And I'll just lightly touch on some of the others. But these are the main four that we're going to talk about now. So I'm about to pull in my driveway and I'm going to sit here and talk to y'all sitting in my car in my driveway before I go in. This is the most peaceful place I have aside from my studio. Okay. So ladies, this is for my ladies. If there are gentlemen listening, y'all have at it. I'm fine with y'all listening. However, my platform is predominantly dedicated to the ladies, right? I do what I do for women, and I'm trying to reach a younger audience of women. So if anyone has any ideas or any thoughts about that, how I can reach women between 20 and 29, that is really the age range that I'm looking to connect with and teach, because I do think that there are a lot of good things that I can teach women of that age bracket. I'm teaching my daughter who's 20. I have a 23-year-old daughter. I'm teaching their friends. So, and they've been calling me and texting me and asking for all kinds of good information. Okay, so the four types of men, you ready? Number one is your nice guy. Okay. And we have talked about the nice guy before. I've talked quite a bit about the nice guy. I've done quite a bit of content on the nice guy. And this is the guy who can be passive aggressive. This is the guy who can be somewhat transactional. This is the guy who thinks that by appealing to you and placating you, and this is also, known as the simp, I guess you could say. So he's the nice guy. He's the simp. He's gonna, buy you things and take you out and do things for you. And he's pretty much gonna go along to get along. And he's doing all this in hopes of you loving him or having sex with him. Like, that's it. That's what he's looking for. Be with me, love me, have sex with me, give me your body. But he cannot be trusted. The nice guy cannot be trusted. If this guy has no backbone, no balls, he cannot be trusted. He is your kind of modern day, a lot of nice guys are modern day, raised by their mom, raised by their grandmother. They'll tell you things like, yeah, I was raised around women and I know women and understand women. And, that's very typical nice guy talk. So just be mindful of that. It is actually not a good thing that a man was raised around all women, especially if you want a masculine man. Okay? Because basically, in essence, what's happening is you're dating another woman. You're dating another woman. He's probably got some emotional regulation issues. He's got issues around, being the provider, being a leader. See, he's looking to women, and he's learned from women. And in my opinion, a woman can only teach another woman how to be a woman. So my son has male mentors. He has my father. He has his father. He has other men that have been in my life. He has my brothers. He has other men in his life. I can't teach my son how to be a masculine man. I can teach him how to be a good person. And I've done that. I think I've done that pretty well. But I cannot teach him the tenets of manhood. So that's what he's actually learning now. But you want to avoid, yes, I am saving this live. I'm going to save it for everyone. So not just for my subscribers. I'll just save it for everyone. But you want to avoid the nice guys, right? Because while it may seem really great at first, like you getting your way and getting everything you want, the reality is you're going to tire of it very quickly. You're going to lose attraction to this guy. You're going to lose respect for this guy. Like, you're not going to be with this guy long term, unless you are a masculine woman who just enjoys, taking advantage of this guy and everything that he's doing for you. And maybe you got, a side Tyrone, you got Tyrone on the side, maybe. But if you're looking for something real, if you're looking for genuine connection, you do want to avoid this guy. If you're looking for a truly masculine, strong leader, you want to avoid the nice guy. So that's the first one. And they are out here in abundance because there are a lot of men raised by women, raised by their grandmother, their mother, their aunties, don't have a lick of, masculine bravado. And then look, they'll say things like, see, these are the phrases I want you to listen for when you're thinking about the nice guy. I don't get along with men. Most of my friends are women, and I was raised around women. I respect women. And these are your male feminists, your body, your choice, yeah, just be mindful, avoid this nice guy. Okay. Avoid him. Masculine men are called to be kind, not nice. Okay, so men who are masculine are kind, and there is a difference. And I can talk about that in another live, but there is a difference between being nice and being kind. I'm not nice. I'm not nice. And if you've been on my platform for any amount of time, you'll know that. I'm not nice, but I am kind. I deliver my message in a kind, mature, compassionate way, but I'm not a nice girl. Not at all. I will call you out. I have backbone all day long. I will call you out. I have boundaries. That's the difference. So I can do that in a different live. Okay. The second fellow, he is what I call a degenerate. Okay. Your second man is just a straight up degenerate, right? He's just out here in the world. He's hedonistic. He's all about his pleasure. He's all about playing video games and watching porn and, eating whatever he wants. He's not disciplined. He's not focused. He's all about getting in where he fit in. There is no, there's no real values or morals to this guy. This guy's just out there. He's just out there. And I'm sorry, I got a notice there. He's just out there. And, how about this? This is the guy that technically doesn't care about body count. This guy doesn't care about how many people you slept with. This guy, because at the end of the day, he trying to get in where he fit in. He trying to sleep with you too. And he don't care nothing about that. He don't care nothing about how many men you've been with, nothing about your body count. He just out there. He just out there swinging, doing what he do, getting in where he can fit in, getting what he can get. He is not telling any women no. He lacks sexual discipline. He just hey, if any free sex come my way, I'm taking it. That's your degenerate. Okay? Don't believe in nothing, ain't about nothing. No focus, no purpose, isn't driven. No. Okay, he says we all care. We just know we will never know. No, there's some dudes out here that don't care. I'm just going to keep it 100. Because can I keep it real? The women who are out here sleeping around, the men know it. They know it, and yet they're still sleeping with them. Like, that's what's so crazy. How do you think these women got these high body counts? It's sleeping with y'all degenerate men. That's how they got these high body counts. So you're not absolved, because like, that's why you're called a degenerate. Because if you're out here sleeping with these women who you say, oh, these hoes, these 304s, these this, okay, you're doing it too. And y'all love to lean on this idea of, okay, well, men sleeping around and women sleeping around is different. Yes, it is different in the evolutionary sense, but in the moral sense, to me, you're still a slut. You're still a hoe, as the male or female. Like, can we keep it real? To people who are higher thinking people, to moral people, all of y'all are sluts. All of y'all are hoes. We don't differentiate based on gender or sex. So, no, he's not. He says, but he is also not marrying. No, because he's not responsible. Degenerate men don't know how to think about anyone else but themselves. Of course he's not marrying anyone, because he's selfish. He's irresponsible. He doesn't know how to take care of anybody but himself. So, yeah. All right, there's a place for forgiveness, assuming there's repentance. Of course. But that's your degenerate man, and he's running rampant. Your degenerate man, oh my God. I mean, I've never experienced this many men that were so hedonistic, so degenerate, so low value, low quality. Like, it's shocking. Like, again, understand, this is not the generation I come from, not even close. And men back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, they were about something, and they had a standard, they had morals, and yeah, I don't know what's going on today, but that's your second guy. Your second guy is your degenerate. Okay. So understand that this guy, yeah, he'll give you the time of day. He'll sleep with you, but he is not going to wife you. He's not going to commit to you. He'll take all the free sex you give him. And if you get pregnant, yeah, get an abortion. I'll pay for it. That's your degenerate guy. He is not going to be responsible. So tread lightly, because those guys are everywhere. Okay. Your third man is what I call the spirit of confusion. And these guys, they're everywhere too. They're all in abundance. These are what I call the spirit of confusion. So on the one hand, they care about your body count. They care, about your reputation, and they want a good girl, right? They want a good girl. They want a girl with low body count. They want her to be feminine and virtuous and all the things. But then on the other hand, okay, they want to be them. They want free sex. They might even pressure you for the sex, right? Talk about the spirit of confusion. I want a virtuous woman, but why aren't you sleeping with me? And these guys are in abundance, okay? Right behind the degenerates, you have the spirit of confusion. Men who are talking out both sides of their face. I want someone who's good and kind and sweet and feminine, but I want to act like a jerk. I want to talk crazy. I want to get sex out of you on the third date. Like, these men are running around rampant. But yeah, please avoid them. And you're going to know because you're going to interact with them, and it's going to seem all cool and good. And, ooh, let's go here. Should I say this? Let me say it. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm going to say it. This is a lot of your Christian men. There's a lot of your Christian men, your men who go to church, your men who pray over their food, your men who read their Bible or talk about, Christian things. A lot of those men fall under what I call the spirit of confusion. So they come off all pious. They come off all, good, and, oh my God, girl, he took me to church and this and that, and oh, he prayed, and this. That's called the spirit of confusion. Okay, so they are going to present this one way of being, but really they are another way. It's what we call, what us Christian folk call, wolf in sheep's clothing. I call it the spirit of confusion. Okay, so these men are out here too. I have been tricked by these men. It's the truth. He said, now I'm going too far. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. All these Christian men are what I call the spirit of confusion. Okay. Most of them are not following God's principles. They're not following God's will. They're not, doing things the way God wants them to do them. They're not. They are, it's just a label. It's just a thing they say. And can I keep it 100% real? I believe now there are some men out here that are it's like a manipulation tactic. They use being a Christian to manipulate you. That's how they get women. Yeah, I go to church. I go to brunch after church. And okay. And then late in the midnight hour, here they come. So be mindful. Y'all stay woke. Okay? Stay woke. It's people in the church now that are just snakes, wolves in sheep's clothing, pretending to be something that they're not. They are not living by God's standard at all. But they love to pretend. They love to play like, yeah, I'm all about it. Okay. So that's the third man, the spirit of confusion. And he out here, he said, church got the most singles. They do. Yep, they do. And they don't listen to the Holy Spirit, and they are not spiritual, not even close. They're not even close. So ladies, this man, that spirit of confusion, man, that's a new thing now. He's using it to manipulate you. That's why whenever a man says, yeah, I'm Christian, I go to church. Yeah, I believe in God. I go, like, that's it. It don't even hit my brain. My heart is just, it bounced right off the outside of me until you prove otherwise. Like, okay. Like I said, I don't push back. I wait. I wait. It's like planting a seed in the ground, covering it with dirt, putting some water on it, and then I wait. Because remember, whatever fruit that bears, that's what you're going to see what it is. See, it's right. A man telling you he's a Christian, it's like putting a seed in the ground. I don't know if that seed is an apple. I don't know if that seed is a lemon. I don't know if that seed is a pepper or a tomato. I don't know what that seed is, but I'm going to put it in the ground. I'm going to cover it with dirt, and I'm going to water it, and I'm going to wait. And that's what I want you to do. Okay. So stop falling. Cause like I said, I got, okay. Stop falling for that. Okay. No more. You telling me that is called so what? I'm going to put that seed in the ground and cover it with dirt and water it and wait. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep my legs closed. Okay. Because see, but that third guy, he out here too in abundance. Okay. Stay awake. Stay awake. That's fact. I had married pastor. He was fine just to get with me. Boy, bye. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to lift them brothers up in prayer. Yeah. Please do. Please do. Okay. Then you have your last man. This is the man that you got to get ready for. This is the man that you got to have all your T's crossed and your I's dotted. This is your traditional, healthy, masculine man. This is your man who had a father, he had a grandfather, he had uncles, he had brothers. This is your man who has the tenets or basic foundation of healthy masculinity. This is your chivalrous man. This is your man who is responsible, he's disciplined, he's focused. This is your man who is a man of quality. This is your man who is well regulated, can be stoic. This is your man who has standards and boundaries. This is your man who has backbone and balls and heart. He has integrated all of those things. So he's not just one or the other, he's all of those things. This is your man who is educated and who is emotionally intelligent. And these men are rare. They're rare out here right now. This is your man who is doing the work. He is learning and he is growing and he is working on himself and not just his business, because you got a ton of guys out here that are working on their business and their brand and their money and all of that. Okay. But what else you got? Like, what else you got? There will come a time, gentlemen, for the gentlemen that are on this live, there's going to come a time where what you do and what you have isn't going to matter. It's your relationships. It's the people in your life. It's your woman. It's your children. It's your mother and father and your family members and your friends. It's the relationships that are going to matter most. And if you don't invest in them, if you don't invest in the relationships with the people in your life, when you go to withdraw, there won't be anything there. There won't be anything to withdraw. So, you have to do the balanced work. It can't all be about your money. It can't all be about, oh, my goals and my this and my that. You hear he said my. He's not serving anybody. He's not doing anything for anybody. He's not leaving anything for anybody. It's all about him. Like at some point, you have to do the thing that benefits everyone. You have to leave the legacy. You have to sacrifice. That's what genuine love is. You have to make it about love. It cannot just be about things or money or status or power. Like I said, those things, okay, that's cool. But again, there's going to come a time in your life where that stuff is just not going to matter. And then what? Do you know how many men my age, how many male friends I have that are my age, no wife, their kids, they have a horrible relationship with their kids. Their relationship with their parents is not great, or they might have a better relationship with their mom. One of their parents may be deceased. Both of them may be deceased. They don't have any real close friends. I have male friends of mine my age that have no emergency contact. No emergency contact. I have offered to be their emergency contact. They have no emergency contact. They get sick. They have a stroke. They have a heart attack. Something happens. I picked up a male friend of mine about 2 months ago from the colonoscopy because they don't have anybody. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. So again, relationships matter. And it's now that they're like, oh my God, you were right. That's why they're calling me. That's why they're like, what y'all doing? Can I come over and eat it? See, relationships matter. That matters. You know, them being able to come over and have a meal with my family, or tomorrow we got movie night. I got a bunch of friends coming over that are like, yeah, you know, that sounds great. Because relationships matter, gentlemen. And I need you to get that sooner rather than later. Don't get to the age of 55, 60, 65. Now you looking around, ooh, who can I get to be with me and take care of me if I get sick and be my emergency contact? No, you need to think about that when you're 30. You need to put that time in. Don't nobody want to take on that responsibility at 60. Like, and that's why the Bible says, you know, turn to the wife of your youth. That's the person who's invested and who you've invested in. She's invested in you. You're invested in her. You get older. You get sick. You get hurt. Of course, she's going to be there to take care of you. We are invested in each other. But y'all want to go out there and find somebody new at 60 or 50 or 55. That person's like, bruh, I'm not signing up for this. I'm not signing up to take care of you at the worst time of your life. Sorry, but a lot of them are not. And guess what, gentlemen? There's another thing you need to know. Once you hit 50, you in what we call pay to play. You in the pay to play generation, which means that, yes, you better have something of substance in order to get some sort of woman who's going to do something for you or with you. Because now, again, she's not signing up for the worst part of your life. She's not signing up for the second half of your life. When you didn't give her the first half of your life, she don't want that. So what you got? What you got? If a 65-year-old came to me, it better be incredibly secure. Like, it better be, yeah, Anita, rent your house out and I'll put you in my house and I'll pay down that mortgage. Or yeah, it better look incredibly secure for me to sign up for something like that. Because again, what is this? Like, what is this? You now at 60, 65, you want to settle down and you want to, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to give you all of me. I'm ready to be committed. So come on, please learn now. Learn how to balance your relationships and your work. Learn how to be there for your children, for your woman, for your friends, for your family, and your work. Learn how to balance those two things. Because y'all always saying we gonna end up alone, or we need to get a cat and sit down. We need to get a little dog and sit down. Okay, what you think gonna happen to you? And statistically, y'all don't live as long as us. Y'all not as healthy as us. Y'all don't want me to bring out no statistics. Men don't live as long as women. Men suffer like 8 times more with heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure. Like y'all have health problems. Because guess what? You don't go to the doctor. See, we go to the doctor. We go to the OBGYN every year. We go to the other doctors. Like any little thing happen, we go to the doctor. We see about it. We be out here walking, working out, trying to take care of ourselves. We try to change our diet. A lot of women becoming vegan or vegetarian. But what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Y'all still drinking. You still smoking. And yes, smoking cigars on the weekend is smoking. Y'all are still eating whatever you want, eating a bunch of fatty foods. How do you think this is going to work out for you? And yet we need to go somewhere and get a cat. We need to get a dog and sit down and go somewhere. Really? Okay, well, I'm going to feed the dog well and make sure he don't keel over of a heart attack in 2 years. So at least he'll be there for what, 15, 18 years? At least he got 15, 16 years in him. So come on now. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. Let me look at these comments because, these comments are just scrolling. Okay, here we go. Yes, do me a favor. The legs are closed. The legs are closed. Okay? Yeah, we all had a father, but a lot of us don't know that father and weren't raised by that father. I'm blessed to have known my father and been raised by my father, my grandfather, my father's 7 brothers, my mother's 5 brothers. I'm blessed. Okay? I have 2 brothers. I'm blessed to be raised with a bunch of men in my family. Okay, chivalry is dead, Lord. Okay, what do you believe the newer generation can learn from old school to implement to today's time? Well, it's the 7 C's, and that's what I always talk about. The 7 C's, that's what you need to have a healthy relationship. And one of those C's is, the first C is Christ. So that's what they need to learn. They need to learn, about Christ and about God and about the way he wants us to live. There is a manual for life. It's called the Bible. And that's how God wants us to live. And he does not promise us a perfect life, but he promises us a better life, and life thereafter. So they need to bring Christ into their life. They need to learn how to be committed to something. A lot of people can't commit to other people because they can't commit to themselves. They can't commit to their workout. They can't commit to eating right. They can't commit to their friendships. They can't commit to their children. They just can't commit. And so in their mind, take, right? People are incredibly selfish. Take. What's in it for me? So there's a lot that they can learn, from people my age. Waiting a year is not love. That's abuse. Waiting for what? I wouldn't say they're that rare. There are plenty of good men who are well-rounded. Now, our women are attracted to them is a different story. Captain Nate T. So there are a lot of nice guys. See, this is what a lot of men don't want to come to terms with, is that there are a lot of nice guys. And I'm going to be real with you. I don't want a nice guy. I'm not attracted to a nice guy. I don't get wet for a nice guy. I don't want to have sex with a nice guy. So a lot of men, you all don't realize it, but you have nice guy tendencies. And evolutionarily speaking, women don't want a nice guy. We do not feel safe with you. We cannot trust you. You're passive aggressive. You're transactional. I don't want a nice guy. So you got to really check yourself. Are these good men? Are they nice guys? That's the difference. Okay. All right. Can you go over the first type again? I missed it. You're going to have to watch the replay. Yeah, you're going to have to watch the replay. Okay. I see a couple people saying, yeah, the first 3 you want to avoid, but rewatch the replay. Okay. Captain Nady, so where can women meet these men? Like I said, depending on if they're nice guys. Okay. Depending on if they're nice guys, you don't want them. I think some over 50 guys haven't received this memo. No, they have not. Like I said, And they get a kick out of believing that, and here's the honest truth, right? I'm going to give y'all the truth. And even if y'all don't like it, I'm going to give you the truth. Do men's value goes up? Yes. And here's how. A man's financial value goes up, especially if he's doing all the right things, if he's making good decisions financially or with his work or with his business. Yes, men's value does go up financially. His value can go up if he's doing the work, the emotional and the spiritual work. Yes. And if he's mature, because remember, age does not equal maturity. See, that's where we get it twisted. We think a 50-year-old man is seasoned. He's got his stuff together. He should have some sense in his head. It's a whole lot of 50-some-year-old men that don't. I know personally he was 50. He got married to a much younger woman. I think he was 57. He was 56 or 57. He got married to a 29. I think she was 29. He was 56. He got married to a 29-year-old woman and had a baby. They had a baby. And by 59, that man was dead. And for 56 years, y'all, this man messed around, slept around. He was solely focused on himself. He was very selfish. He was focused on his work and his business and doing it, whatever he wanted to do. He did that for 56 years. He decided at 56, oh, I want to settle down. I want to get married. I want to have a child. I want to have some sort of legacy. So he marries this girl who's 29. They have a baby. And by 59, 3 years later, this dude was dead. That's a waste of a life to me, if you want me to be honest. He wasted his life. And now he has a baby. He has like a 2.5-year-old that has no father. And he has a son. So he did get a son. He got a namesake, but he will never raise that son. So to me, that's a wasted life. That man wasted his life on coochie, basically, because that's all he talked about. That's all he wrote about. You know, that's all he talked about was players and how to play people and how to get women and all of that. That's all he talked about. And that's how he lived. And it's like, okay, he's dead. And now what? His wife gets to raise their child alone, and all for what? So no. But y'all love to talk about us, but men are a cautionary tale too. Okay, he says they're everywhere. He may not be over 6 feet or make $200,000 a year or have a nice expensive car. So the question are you willing to compromise? Again, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his character. I'm not even worried about that stuff. I'm talking about a man's character. That's really what's important. What about love? What spirit is that? Quid pro quo. Okay. Men have accepted being alone. Great. Like I said, I think women have too. I think women are getting to that point too. There was a meme that said you wanted to play with me during your good years, but come back during your erectile dysfunction years. Yeah, that's a lot of bros. That's a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes. I would also say die earlier due to stress men go through on a daily basis. I agree. But see, men do not process their stress. They don't process their emotions. And guess what, fellas? You don't need our permission. You don't need anyone's permission to process your emotions, process your stress. The last I checked, you can walk into any therapist's office. You can find a male therapist. You can find a black male therapist now. So you don't have any excuses. There are black male therapists, Hispanic male therapists, Asian male therapists, white male therapists, any kind of male therapist. Find one and process your emotions and your feelings. Okay? He says we live in the gym. In the U.S., men aren't appreciated anyway. I can't even speak to that because, like I said, I don't subscribe to that foolishness. Yeah, precisely. So again, some of these men that y'all are talking about are not traditional masculine men. They're nice guys. Yes, be kind, not nice. That's right. I don't believe in being nice. I'm not nice. Y'all know that. If you've been here any amount of time, like just scroll through my content. I'm not nice. I am kind. I'm compassionate. I have empathy for people and where they are. I meet people where they are. But trust me, I have boundaries. I can't tell you. My block list is long. long. I don't let people come on my platform talking crap about me, talking crap about men, talking crap about women. Like, if you're disrespectful, you will be invited to the block party. I am not nice. No. Okay, he said free game, fascinating content. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Uh, no. Like I said, that's for another live. That's for another live. Yeah, that's for another guy. For another live. That nice versus kind. I've talked about that too many times. Um, but yeah, please know the difference, because there is a difference. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't. Nice guys do not do it for me. They do not sexually attract me at all. Okay. But a majority of women don't look at mainly character. They look at what you can offer first before everything. You know what I'm going to do, Captain Nate T or Nate T? I'm going to do a live and I'm going to talk about the 4 types of women. How about that? I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be equitable like I always am. I'm gonna keep it balanced. But there are 4 types of women that men need to know about. And the first 3 you need to avoid. Because that last woman, that traditional feminine energy woman, she places character above all else. Character is the currency, not money, character. Character is going to determine what a man can offer me and how far we can go together. It's not about his money. His money is called so what. If you know anything about me, the husband that I had was a millionaire and now is a multimillionaire, and he got left. He got clean left. Okay, so good traditional feminine women, it's not about how much money you have, but y'all are caught up in this modern day dogma that says, oh, cash is king, money is king. Okay, that's for y'all. That's for y'all. But true, and again, traditional feminine women are rare. Most women are not she. Most women are not her. Okay, but see, y'all don't know the difference. All right, anything else? Anything else? No, it's not confusing. You just have to be willing to learn. Do me a favor. You have to be willing to learn. See, you're hearing concepts that you don't know anything about, and instead of learning, you're saying, no, that don't make no sense. No, I ain't doing that. No. Okay, but you have to be willing to learn. It's just like polarity. When I say relationship polarity, most of you all don't know what that is, but you have to be willing to learn what it is. We need healthy relationship polarity. That is what keeps healthy men and women together. That is what keeps women having sex long into their marriage past the first year, is relationship polarity. Okay? That is what keeps men, okay, on top of their game. That is what keeps men attracted to their women. Relationship polarity. Okay? Thank you, Reginald 4188. Thank you for coming. Okay, so we have to talk about that in another live. All right, I think I'm caught up. Okay, so that is the 4 types of men, ladies. If you came in on the end, I want you to watch the replay. Okay, I want you to watch the replay, and you're going to learn all about those 4 types of men. Before healthy, I believe in healing and taking accountability. Most definitely. Most definitely. All right. But you're going to see a whole lot of the first 3. You're going to see a whole lot of the first 3 of those. That's the majority of men. Can I be honest? What, 80%? 80% of men are one of the first 3. And you got the other 20% that are traditional masculine men, healthy men. So that's what you got out there, especially right now. I'm happy you said that about real women love the character of a man, because I've been out here feeling like an alien, like I'm looking for the wrong thing because I want good character. No, you're not, but you're in the 20%. I'm in the 20%. And women like us will be single for a while. We will be single for a while, and that's not anything to be ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of being single. When people say to me, oh, you're teaching people about relationships, you're not married, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's because, one, I've been married before and been taken through the ringer, and I'm smart enough to know better than to jump into another marriage and have another divorce and jump into a marriage and I'm smart enough to not make the mistake over and over and over. That's the difference. Nobody talks about that. And number two, now that I have learned from my experience, now that I've studied about how to have a healthy relationship, now that I know what to look for, and I've been out in the great big wide world, now I realize, oh, dang, the thing I should actually be looking for, it's not that much of it. It's not that much character. There's not that much true moral Christian. Not only do I love God, I actually want to be obedient to him. That's rare. That's actually rare. It's not that common. So now I really got to be patient. I really got to wait. Because I'm like, oh, dang, that's what I should have did the first time around. And now that I know that, now I got to be patient. Now I have to wait. So, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so, yeah, that's what a lot of people don't realize. Okay, do you think things are ever going to change? Sadly, if you're my age, it might not change in your lifetime. And that's something that, I've been grieving lately. I've actually been grieving that in my own therapy, is that things may not turn around in my lifetime. And I mean, and maybe if I live to 90, 95, that would be kind of cool to see things start to kind of go back. I think the pendulum has swung from one extreme to the other. And it would be amazing, like if I could see my children marry traditional masculine and feminine people, that would be amazing. And to see my grandchildren, that would be amazing. But it took us a while to get here. And now, like I said, that pendulum went from here and it swung all the way over here. And so it may take a while for it to land somewhere in here. But I've been grieving that a lot lately. I really have. I've been grieving where we are. I've been grieving, that we are in such horrible times for love and relationships and traditionalism and all. I've just been grieving it because I'm like, oh, dang, I don't know if this is going to get better in my lifetime. So that's really been hard. She says, and I refuse to settle because I know my worth and I don't want to go through the same thing. Right. I'm not going through another divorce. I've already told people that. I'm going to sit still. I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to make sure that, I use all the skills that I'm teaching you all. I'm using them myself. So I'm not making that same mistake again. And guess what? I'll sit still and be okay with where I'm at and my wonderful life. I have a great life. I feel very blessed to have a great life. But I'll sit still and I'll live out the rest of my life before I get divorced again. And people know that. They know that's my stance. That I don't got nothing to prove to y'all. I keep telling people this. And ladies, if you knew how many men jumped into my DM on the regular, jump into my DM and they either want to talk, they want to try to go out or try to talk, or they want to chastise me. Like if y'all, I don't believe in I don't believe in outing people. I don't believe in reposting my DMs or none of that foolishness. I'm grown. Okay. I don't do that. If you send me a DM, that's where it's going to stay. I'm never going to out you. It's never going to be posted anywhere. I don't believe in doing that. But I will say this. I want you to take my word for it. If you knew how many men was jumping in my DM, either trying to talk, trying to do something, or trying to chastise me. You need to be married. You need to find a man and blah, blah, blah. And you out here teaching people and that's why you single and blah, 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 blah. It's unbelievable. I ain't got nothing to prove to y'all. Nothing. Okay? The life I'm living right now is mine to live. Nobody gonna make me feel bad. Nobody gonna shame me. You can't shame me. You can't shame me for not being married. You can't shame me for not being partnered. You can't shame me for my age. Okay? Them little comments, all them comments y'all got, that's called so what? Last I checked, The life I live is amazing. So you can keep that to yourself. And a lot of these DMs I don't respond to. I literally slide the little thing and delete it. And maybe every now and again, I'll check a person like, don't do this again. Don't come here again with this. I don't have nothing to prove to you. But most of them, I just be sliding the little thing, delete, 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 delete. I just be deleting. So, okay. So I just wanted to share that because come on, y'all. Come on. Some of these men think they are the prize. Roles have changed. Yeah, they do. I don't have nothing to prove to y'all. Okay? Nothing. I will do what I want to do when I want to do it. I'm going to take my time. I'm not running out here to get no man to try to prove nothing to y'all. Okay? Yeah, they really think they're the prize. When did that think? Yeah, they really do. They really do. They really do. Nope. Okay, so yeah, he's trolling. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And again, do me a favor. You are in one of those three categories. You are the man that we are talking about. You are one of those three categories. Like, I don't know if you're at work right now. I don't know if you're at home, but there's something else more constructive that you could be doing other than being on this live commenting. That's the reality. I know plenty of good men, and can I be honest? They don't spend time on Instagram. They don't spend time on Facebook. They certainly don't spend time commenting underneath primarily female pages that teach women stuff. Like, they don't have time for that. They are at work. I have several male friends right now that are at work doing what they need to do or doing something for their business. They're not thinking about me or me being on Instagram or any of this. So the fact that you're here and you're making all these comments, you're one of the three men that I'm talking about. Okay. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. So there you go. Okay. That's even more reason for you to go about your business. You saying I'm already married, locked up. Okay, then. Be with the woman you got. Why are you worried about us? You out here worried about us and you got a woman. So that tells me a whole lot. Like, you're bored out of your mind because you on this live commenting and I've been talking for 40 minutes. You have literally spent 40 minutes. Now, I don't know how much money you make. I don't know how much money you make, but 40 minutes of your hourly rate is gone. like you just on here talking to us. So nope, you telling on yourself. You telling on yourself, boo. You really are. All we can do is work on ourselves. We have to be the change we want to see, 100%. That's what I'm doing out here in the world. The only way through this is to discipline ourselves. Too many pointing fingers. Agreed. I want a guy like my great granddad that's different. Yeah, they rare. They rare. But you know what? Be patient. That's what it's going to take. For you to find that unicorn, for you to find that needle in the haystack, you have to be patient. You have to be incredibly patient. You got to work on yourself and start vibrating at a higher level. You put that energy out, that energy is going to find you every time. It has found me every single time. Every time I vibrate higher, it's like the men that I attract get better and better and better. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's in the 20 plus years that I've been researching relationships and learning about this and teaching people. Every man, I kid y'all not, every man that I've attracted has gotten better in some way, shape, or form. So that's how I know I'm onto something, because the men just keep getting better and better and better. But this is what I'm gonna warn you. It's been long stretches in between. See, I've had to be patient. Long stretches in between, but they have gotten better in some way, shape, or form. Yes, it is about boundaries. Okay. So have good boundaries. All right. You all have a great rest of your day. I'm heading in. I'm jumping onto my appointment. I will make some notes and we will do the live on the 4 types of women. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be balanced. Y'all know that's how I roll. Women need help. Men need help. All y'all need help right now. Okay. There is no gender that, in my opinion, especially right now, that is doing better than the other. Everybody need help. Everybody need help. All right. Have a good day. Thank you so much for joining. And as always, stay open to love.